Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope everyone is having a great day so far. If you're new to this stream, so am I, because this is something new we're doing before our usual pop chat, which happens on Twitter every Friday at 1 o'clock. If you're not familiar with pop chat, it is a weekly discussion about the week's trending topics and the marketing lessons behind them. So, why not do a little preview of what may be to come on Pop Chat and discuss some other things we've got going on this week? Everything that couldn't fit into Pop Chat, because Pop Chat is only 7 questions. So, let's get into it. Hold on a second. I am going to just fade out this music a little bit. But if you're here and you're listening, say hello. Hey, Danny. Hey, Dakota. Great to see you guys. Dakota, I was just thinking about you because I'm going to need some help with the music on here. I was just using StreamYard's preloaded music, but I could probably do better. So maybe you can help me. I'm probably going to run some songs by you just to have on in the background. I think it could really use that vibe. But great to see you both. First things first, as a Miami Heat fan, a Florida native, I have to talk about Jimmy Butler for a moment. I couldn't think of any image to really just sum up the week. I feel like last week it was all about Kevin James, and this week this image for me is just all I needed to see. Hey, Jasmine. So, yeah, Dakota, I would love that. Send me some recs. I need some good music for Pop Chat previews here. So, people were saying that Jimmy Butler did this emo hairdo, as he calls it, to kind of distract the press for his media day, because it pains me to say you may have heard that the Miami Heat lost in the NBA Finals, the most recent season. There was a trade that we were hoping for that didn't really go through, but no one was talking about that. Everyone was talking about Jimmy's hair. And let me know if you saw some good tweets about this, but I saw some people were taking this picture and retweeting it with emo songs. I think the one that took the cake for me, though, was Jimmy Heat World instead of Jimmy Eat World. It's just so perfect. So just had to start off with Jimmy here. Also, I thought it'd be fun to talk about famous birthdays for today. Not sure if anyone is a fan of Addison Rae, but she is the 4th most followed person on TikTok. It is her birthday today. She is only 23. She has 84 million followers on TikTok, and she's had a lot of brand deals. So it is her birthday. It was also Travis Kelce's birthday, I think yesterday. He turned 34. So lots of famous birthdays and things going on. But happy birthday to Addison Rae. Also thought it'd be fun to talk about some of the national days that are on deck for today. I know a lot of times in social media, we think these national days are silly and kind of stupid, and they're just made up holidays that everyone, just turns into a business. But I'm a big fan of these, to be honest. And I think brands can use them really strategically and just use them as an excuse to create a moment. So, fun fact, today is National Coaches Day. So if there is a coach in your life that you want to reach out to, someone that made a big impact on your life, it would be nice to connect with them and let them know. So let's see. Let's see if I have a good segue here. Again, with StreamYard, I can never see what my next slide is. So let's get a cue going. Oh, we also had Mean Girls Day, of course, on October 3rd. It's just, again, another one of those annual memes. I think this and the It's Gonna Be May meme are like our main memes that recur annually. Can you think of any others? I really can't. These are ones that we can expect. So yeah, Dakota, little holidays, especially when they align with your brand, are awesome. Yeah, I think if you hate on these, I don't know, I think it's a little Grinch-like. It's fun. We don't have to take it so seriously. Vin is here. It was pretty fetch. Indeed, it was. October 3rd, Mean Girls Day. So some things we saw from brands. We're going to talk about this on Pop Chat, that Paramount put the entire the entire movie on TikTok. I did learn it was later taken down, but I wish I had gone back and seen what the views were like if people really made it through to the end. It looks like it decreases as it goes, which Makes sense, but pretty interesting. I'm wondering if this attracted any Gen Zers to Mean Girls, or maybe they're already into Mean Girls. I would hope so. It's one of those classics. It's definitely more of a millennial coming of age movie, but maybe they're into it. Ooh, great ideas. Yeah, Mariah Carey's Unthawing for Christmas is pretty recurring. Yes, that's a good one. Earth, Wind, and Fire in September. Yes. Ooh, now you're thinking. Green Day, Wake Me Up When September Ends. Yes. Good calls. This is a fun game. I feel like we could just spend all day brainstorming these, but just goes to show that they can continue to ride this wave. We love to see it. Also on Mean Girls Day, this is probably the best thing from a brand that I saw. No surprise, it's from our friends at Aviation Gin. They did the Regina George cocktail, and tweeted is gin a carb? Fun little tweet there. Ooh, Spirit Halloween costumes. Yes. I feel like that for the first time really took off last year, and I've started to see a few of them come up this year. But maybe I'm mistaken. Do you think it took off before that, pre 2022? Interesting to see. But yeah, I think we'll be seeing these for a while, every year to come. And great for Spirit Halloween. I'm trying to get the social media manager from Spirit Halloween on the podcast. Fun fact, she also does social media for Spencer's. There's another throwback for you, Spencer's Gifts. I wonder, I guess maybe they own each other, or it's the same agency, but maybe in her off season, that's what she's doing. So trying to reach out to her. We shall see. Yes, Mean Girls is a movie I will always watch when it's on TV. You have to. You have to. I love that for you, Danny. That's awesome. All right. So yeah, we saw Aviation Gin, no strangers to jumping in on pop culture. I'm wondering if they built this on the fly, if this was like a day of idea, or if they anticipated this. Guess we could always ask our friends. I always left Spencer's as a kid with more questions. Same. I probably shouldn't have ever have been in that store, to be honest, but it was a great time going in there. I remember I would always go through all the racks of posters, and that's where, of course, I had to get my lava lamp from there, which I think they still sell. It's like a go-to for lava lamp. But yeah, they had some questionable things in there. Spirit Halloween season indeed. So, what else do I have here? Also trending, speaking of Aviation Gin and the guys from Maximum Effort, they were behind this little stunt here, getting Jake from State Farm to sit next to Mama Kelce. And we're going to talk about this during Pop Chat about just the importance of attention in advertising. Because if you ask me, if you don't have attention, you don't really have much else. That is like the main thing you need to be after. You could have the biggest budget, the most attractive ad spot, whatever it is. But if it doesn't capture attention, it's really, really for naught, in my opinion. So the team at Maximum Effort knew that this would get attention. They knew all eyes would be on Mama Kelce and who she was sitting next to. And it was a lot of fun to see this. And of course, Jake from State Farm is having chicken tenders. I don't see any seemingly ranch though. That's a miss. We need some seemingly ranch. Thoughts on this? What I loved is that Mama Kelce went to this game earlier in Philadelphia, and then I don't know if she flew private or if she drove or how far apart they are, but then she made it to the Jets and Chiefs game. So she also was on the Today Show this morning, and she was very tight-lipped. They were grilling her about Taylor Swift and when she met her for the first time, and she just kept saying, it's are they in a relationship? What's happening, Mama Kelce? And she was just like, it's too early to tell. She really kept her mouth shut. So good for her, protecting her boys, protecting the relationship. Yeah, the hottest seat in the country, aside from maybe a ticket to the Eras tour. You're right. This is probably the hottest ticket next to Mama Kelce. So I really want Jake from State Farm's life. Yes, you're right, Danny. She said Taylor was all right. They were like, how was it meeting her? And she goes, it was okay. I bet it was more than okay, but she was just, trying to move on from the question. She said Taylor was all right. Yeah, we shall see. I hope Mama Kelce approves. All right, what else? Oh, okay, so speaking of the NFL, this was fun. I didn't watch it personally, but they did their Toy Story game, and I know the NFL has been trying to get some younger viewers. I don't know if that's a problem that they have, like, is there I mean, Gen Z is not that young, but is there a declining interest in football amongst younger generations? I'm not sure. Would be curious to look it up, or maybe they're just being extra proactive, but this was fun. You may remember that they also did the Nickelodeon game last year. So, I purposely used this screenshot about Calvin Ridley catching the first ever touchdown in Andy's room, the first Toy Story touchdown, because Calvin Ridley went to my high school. Fun fact. Although I think he's riddled in controversy, but what can you do? Football is on a decline because of CTE. Oh, yes, the concussion something something. Yeah, I know what that is. I don't know what the acronym is. And injuries among kids. Yeah, that's true, Vincent, Vinny, Vin. What are we calling you? Monsters Inc. Uh, that is true. That I think not only just the viewership, but yeah, a lot fewer children are playing football. Parents aren't putting their kids in football as much as they used to. And my husband was telling me he was trying to explain CTE to me because when Tua got his concussion that was really bad, I was like, what's going to happen? Like, is this just going to keep getting worse? Like, I know he's still playing. And he was saying that it's typically not the quarterback that gets, concussion problems. It's actually the lineman, and it's just a series of like very small hits over time. And it's usually not from like big blows like the one that Tua had, which I thought was interesting. Like, yeah, that's true. Like all these like very micro, mini concussions over time from all these guys on the line, probably bashing helmets and stuff. Um, that was news to me. The whole Travis and Taylor thing has shed a light on one important thing, how awesome Travis's brother Jason is. Yes, I love their dynamic too, that they have their podcast together. There is, I heard, I don't know if it's on Paramount, might be on Paramount. There's a documentary about them both. Correct me if I'm wrong, or if anyone knows where it's streaming, but I'm curious to watch it. Yeah, the NFL has long been struggling against an aging fan base trying to find younger viewers. Good to know. Ridley was suspended for betting on NFL games. Okay, well, there is a really big casino right near our high school, so maybe that's where he got it from. Yeah, and the risk and reward for football is rough. Yeah, especially here in Florida. I mean, people are just you gotta stay so hydrated. Thankfully, my brother and our family were more of a basketball family. In fact, my brother is still he's a high school basketball coach. We're indoors in the air conditioning. Yeah, it doesn't affect everyone equally because it's a repeated factor. Are you talking about CTE? Yeah. Median age for the Super Bowl was 49.1. Huh. Wow. Yeah, that could be better. It's called Kelce and not sure what platform. I'll have to look that up. Fun fact, I learned that their last name is actually pronounced Kels and that it's just been mispronounced for so long that their father just started going with it and saying their last name is Kelce, but it's actually Kels. It's on Travis's Wikipedia, which I have gone down that rabbit hole quite a few times. That's how I knew his birthday was yesterday and all that stuff. So, ooh, I recommend following former WWE wrestler and football player Christopher Nowinski for education on concussions and CTE. Can someone remind me what it stands for? It's really going to bother me. But yeah, I'm glad there's a lot more discussion about this. I'm wondering what can be done. I mean, does the helmet need to be designed better? Do we need to change the rules? It's so unfortunate. I think you know what? I think when Tua had his injury, Danny, I think I remember this guy tweeting about it and that I was reading, and I might have even followed him because he seemed like an authority on this stuff. It does sound familiar now that you mention it. Okay. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Oh, did I nail it? Did I nail it? Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Encephala. Okay, we're moving on. So this begs the question, and this is a little pop chat preview. Could the NFL be for everyone? Right now, they're leaning into the Taylor Swift thing, trying to attract, female audiences. They're trying to get younger generations. Do you think the NFL is something that could appeal to the masses? Is it, we talk about how your target audience, if you try to be everything to everyone, you end up being nothing for no one. But could the NFL be an exception? Could it be for everyone? Yes, Dakota, a brain condition thought to be linked to repeated head injuries and blows to the head. It slowly gets worse over time and leads to dementia. Yeah, we need to figure that out. I think I may be on like a slight delay with your comments, so just keep them coming. But thoughts on this? Could the NFL be for everyone? For me, I mean, it's interesting. I'm a bigger fan of college football because I feel like there's more at stake. Like you walk that campus, other students, the teachers. Like it's less of a business, and it's just I don't know. Like it's your school, and you love your school in most cases. But yeah, with the NFL, it's like maybe just pride for your city. If everyone has pride for where they're from, maybe it could be for everyone. Find something to root for. Oh no, Danny, I unfortunately have had issues with concussions in soccer. I did my college thesis on concussions and the dangers of men and boys sucking it up. Yeah, good for you, bringing awareness. Oh, you interviewed him. Wow. Sorry, I need to put these things up here. Look at that. Wow. I didn't realize it was a problem in soccer too. I mean, you hope that you never have collisions in soccer, but I guess it does happen. So Vin says, unless they start actually caring and not pretending to care, even with the Taylor Swift stuff, how can you cater to women when you have an issue accepting violence against them? Yes. I can't remember his name. What was it? Something Ray Rice? Is that who it was a couple years ago? Am I really showing my football knowledge here? Yeah. Mic drop. That's true, Vincent. You got to talk the talk and walk the walk. So we're also going to discuss, speaking of Taylor Swift and the NFL, I know Travis Kelce said that he thought the NFL was overdoing it when it came to Taylor and showing her too much and kind of leaning into it too much. So, yeah, it's one of many, sadly. So we're going to discuss it. Do you agree that the NFL is overdoing it? Could they be alienating anyone with this? So, Taylor Twellman's soccer career was cut short because of concussions. He's an awesome advocate. Who is his team? I know I watch a lot of, well, I don't watch. My husband's obsessed with the Premier League and is a Tottenham fan. Haven't heard of him. Okay, what else? Speaking of the Queen of Christmas, Mariah Carey is heading out on a Christmas tour. And I'm surprised this hasn't happened sooner, to be honest. I mean, like I said, we call her the Queen of Christmas. She's got a few dates, as you can see here. She's coming to Boston, Danny. You got to go to Boston. Vin, she's not coming to see us in Florida. In fact, we need the Christmas spirit the most. We don't have any snow here or anything. So we need all the Christmas boost we can get. So I'm a little upset and salty about it. But it's just a short little stint. And I read that she makes 3 million? 3 million a year? I should have written it down. It's either 3 million or 5 million per year from All I Want for Christmas Is You. So, he was New England Revolution. Now he's in ESPN as a commentator. Good to know. Yep. So Mariah Carey's going to keep cashing in. I think this makes a lot of sense. But yeah, just bummed that she's not coming to Florida. What else, friends? Oh, okay. We're back on sports. Did you see this? Speaking of the NBA, so Mr. Beast is sponsoring the Charlotte Hornets. What? Fun fact. Mariah's team asked me to take down social media of my wife singing What? No. No. They say never meet your heroes. I don't like knowing this. Why? Did your wife put Mariah to shame? I hope so, which that would be the feat of all feats because, yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, interesting. I guess her team is on it. I do happen to like her social media, but yeah, so many sports. Lots of sports stuff going on. So yeah, Mr. Beast is sponsoring the Charlotte Hornets. I learned that he is from North Carolina. I think everyone here is familiar with Mr. Beast, but he is the most popular YouTuber ever, or currently. Yeah, send me the video. I'm sure it was great. I would love to enjoy it. Um, but yeah, he is sponsoring the Charlotte Hornets. This is an unprecedented type of deal to work with an influencer for one of their jersey patches. Makes sense at his level. He's trying to expand it beyond just a YouTube channel and become more of a large scale brand. He's talked about wanting to make his brand worth 10 billion. Whoa. Yeah, you're right. I have seen him kind of branch out a little bit more, which I don't really know. I don't follow his videos. I did go down a rabbit hole when he was helping, he was paying for people to get LASIK eye surgery or cataract surgery, some kind of thing where he was restoring their vision, which I thought was amazing. But other than that, what's his what's his niche? Sorry, that's so geeky for me to say, but like what are most of his videos about? I mean, I think at this point he is so big that his videos are about anything and everything, but like I don't really know his claim to fame or what he started making videos about primarily. So if we could sum him up for me, that would really help me. This is a pop culture blind spot of mine. I know how big he is. I know he's a big deal. I know he lost a ton of weight. He looks great. Um, but yeah, what is like his thing? I don't really know. Maybe it's basketball now. I also am unfamiliar with what Feastables is. Um, is that like just what he calls his channel now? Is that the name of his army, his fans? Is this a whole separate thing? I was unfamiliar, but that's the logo that's going to be on his jerseys. And again, this is very unprecedented. Most of his videos are contests and giving things away. I wonder if that's how he got his start though. Cuz maybe like now that he does well, exceptionally well financially, I'm sure, maybe then he was like, "Oh, let me start giving stuff away." Or maybe he just had it like that. Was giving things away from the get-go. I don't watch his stuff either. Doing big money giveaways, reality TV type of content, game show stuff. His Squid Game recreation took off all over the place. Feastables is, I think, his chocolate brand. What? That was not where I saw that sentence going. What? You have my attention. Where do I find this? How do I win one of those giveaways? Wow. Okay. Was not expecting that at all. Um, but I'm excited about it. And now that makes me wonder how they'll activate around this even more at the games and stuff. I wonder if they'll sell them or give them away or whatnot. He also says he's turned down a $1 billion offer for his channel and brand way back in the day. I believe he was doing gaming and streaming videos. Yeah, that's a fun, I mean, with him, it would probably take forever, but that's always a fun exercise is to look at YouTubers that you like or just really any influencer that you like and just scroll all the way back and see their evolution and see what their first video was like and how bad it was. It's very, very humbling and reassuring for those of us still feeling like they're in the beginning stages. The kids love him. Good. He's kid friendly. That's good to know. That makes me happy. Um, and you can buy the chocolate at Target. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to look this up. Maybe I've been trying to think what's gonna be my thing when I just moved to a new neighborhood and it's a new build neighborhood, so we're all new. And with Halloween coming up, like I want to have the coolest house and give out the coolest candy. And I'm like, what can I give out that's a little different? And if kids are liking Mr. Beast, maybe I'll give out his candy bars and be really memorable. I want to be the coolest house on the street. So thank you for the tips. I will be checking that out at Target. Dakota, it might be at your Target in Minneapolis because your Target has everything. I forgot what it was, but when you were at Target in one of your vlogs, I was like, we don't have that at my Target. We don't have that at my Target. I bet since Target is headquartered in Minneapolis, you get some good stuff. Yeah, I got to be the full size candy bar lady. I'm trying to gauge how much candy I need. I have Every other place I've lived, we've never had a single trick-or-treater, and I think this neighborhood is gonna be different, so I need to gauge it, and I know if I don't give it all out, I'm just gonna eat it myself, so we shall see. Yeah, I might have to make a Costco run or something. What else do I have? Rare Beauty was listed as one of Fast Company's brands that matter. If you don't know, I mean, you probably do know Selena Gomez is behind this, but she is still the most followed person on Instagram, despite taking a huge social media break, multiple social media breaks. I think I read she has 484 million followers. So he had he had Gordon Ramsay blind test his chocolate bar versus a gourmet one. How did he do? I still have to go back and watch the Gordon Ramsay Hot Ones episodes because they're supposed to be the best. If anyone's seen them, let me know. But I think he like curses the whole time. I have to go back and watch that. Yeah, we should do maybe I'll get some chocolate bars. And the next time we do a live stream, we can all order them and we could do like a live taste test and we could all rate them. Maybe I'll try to make that happen if I can get my hands on some. Okay, so Rare Beauty was named as one of Fast Company's brands that matter. Oh, good for him. He chose Mr. Beast. And what I thought was interesting about this, I wanted to share this quote from their CMO, Katie Welch, who I learned she came from Jessica Alba's brand, The Honest Company, which is another, I think The Honest Company was like one of the first brands to like really aim for clean products. And now it's like the standard. If your products aren't clean, no one wants them. And Katie said, for so long, marketers made product for a persona. We made products for our people. Studies show that Gen Z is the loneliest generation. That was where we felt we can make a tangible difference. We can provide a platform of connection. So as you may know, I mean, brands that matter, Rare Beauty is well known for, as you can see, shifting the narrative around beauty, self-acceptance, and mental health. Selena Gomez herself has been very vocal about her own mental health. She has something called the Rare Impact Fund, where they're trying to raise 10 million. Don't quote me. I think it's 10 million in 10 years for mental health. So it's just great to see. But this made me wonder, and I would love your input. Does it feel outdated to create these marketing personas? I know there's been a lot of chatter about that on marketing Twitter about like how we create this fictitious avatar and it's just maybe it's not as realistic and informative as we think. What do you all think? Is creating a persona still the way to go? Do they have as much validity as we think? Let me know. I think I have a few more slides. We'll see what we'll get through. Just had to touch on this. The Beckham clip from their documentary. This is the best thing I've seen on the internet all week. If you haven't seen this clip of David Beckham calling out Victoria Beckham, Posh Spice, about, she said she grew up in a working class family. And he was like, no, be honest. And I don't want to spoil it, but it's the best thing I've seen. It makes me want to watch the documentary. It's on Netflix. So I will be checking that out. Speaking of soccer, more sports, Danny. Internally, they're still helpful as long as they're based off of social listening. If created in a vacuum, they're too idealistic. Yes, I think that hits the nail on the head. Like you've seen them create like this perfect, like the worst ones are like the mom ones. Like every mom, likes to take a bubble bath and, get her nails done. And every mom, goes to Whole Foods and like wears leggings. Like, come on. Like there maybe that is your target, but there are more than one ways to like be a mom. It's like really obnoxious. Also, boy band love continues. There's going to be a boy band documentary. Sports and boy bands. That's what we're about here, Danny. So look out for this. If you haven't already, please, this is your homework. Watch Boy Band Con on YouTube. It is a documentary produced by Lance Bass that talks about how the man who created the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC pit them against each other and created this huge Ponzi scheme, and they had to sue him. And it's just like the dark side of how this all happened. Please watch it. I've got to run to Pop Chat. Homework for Pop Chat. Yeah. It's about time. Also wanted to let you know Spotify Premium, you're not going to have audiobooks. That's going to happen in the US soon. I think it's only the UK and Australia. But it's 1 o'clock. Let's run to Pop Chat. Thank you, Jared, for being here. But we'll see you over on Twitter. We've got another giveaway from Pattern. Sorry, should have updated this date, but that is today. They're going to be back next week. We've got a lot going on with Pattern. So you know where to find me over on Twitter at Brienne2K, and we'll continue this discussion. Thank you all so much for hanging out, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Loved it. See you there. Okay. Bye, friends.